Ayra Starr, my girl. I just love the girl. She has just dropped her album. She's really on the US tour of Chris Brown. She performed yesterday. I'm gonna be bringing you that performance. She's really doing great. You might say that everything that Ayra Starr touches turns into gold in a nutshell. And this time around, she has gonna hit obviously coming through and surpass Tyla on Spotify as the most listened to artist onto Spotify, all having listeners, in Africa. It was Rima at first. When Tyla went ahead, obviously, to release her album, she really went ahead to surpass Rima. And now, Ayra Starr, after releasing her album, known as, is it when I was 21? The year I became 21, something of the sort. She has gone ahead to obviously surpass Tyla, and she has gone ahead to take the crown back to the Nigerians. Welcome to the Afrobeats Gallery. Hope you guys are really doing fun. And this is Rock and David onto this channel to bring you your stories coming in through from your from your African stars. And Ayra Starr went ahead to release a 15-track album. It's doing great. The first video of the album is doing great. I'm gonna come out and really break down. I tell you the songs I believe that are really gonna be a problem to you, the listeners of music in Africa and all over the world. And then after you'll come and thank me later that I was really spot on. Juma Karim to the Muslims and the Christians. We have you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Now, it was on I think it was on the, when was it? The date was 4th June. You understand? At exactly 17 minutes to 8 p.m., all 17 minutes to 20 hours, right? That's when we obviously got to know that Tyla had gone ahead to obviously hit this number of Spotify listeners, and she had gone ahead to surpass the girl herself, Tyla. You understand? And she had gone ahead to hit 31,400,000 monthly listeners, and she had gone ahead to surpass Tyla, who was really having 31.2 million listeners in there for you. And I will speak right now. Tyla has gone ahead to lose more listeners, and she now has 30 million as we speak. She's having 31 million, only, that 200, I don't know where they've gone ahead to go. And for Tyla, they've just gone ahead, and for Ayra Starr, they've just gone ahead to get more and 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 more increasing, meaning that the curve of Ayra Starr is really in the ascendancy mode, and that of Tyla is in what we call the ascendancy mode. And Ayra Starr is having 31.5 million. You understand? And the other one is having 31 million listeners only. So she's ahead of Tyla by 500,000 listeners onto her Spotify. And guess what? It's not gonna end here, because this album was released on the 31st. It is just 8 days into its listenership, and we anticipate that by the time this month comes to an end, I see Ayra Starr hitting like 35 million or 40 million listeners, because this is a battle between Sony and Universal. Sony signed Tyla. Universal Music signed Ayra Starr. And we all know what that means. They are really going to show themselves the energy. They're really going to show them competition. And I like their competition because it's healthy. And who benefits? It's these artists and these other people that really do their job. So congratulations to Ayra Starr for obviously edging Tyla on Spotify. And she's really doing great. Now, in there for you, a lot is going to hit to change the life of Ayra Starr in these first 8 days of her album release. You get 31.4. It's now 31.5 monthly listeners on Spotify. In total, she has 1.4 billion plus total streams on Spotify, 642 million plus total views on YouTube, 1.92 subscribers on YouTube. The year turn 21 is trending number 1 in 12 countries on Apple Music. That is Ayra Starr for you, and I'm really excited for her, and I like their competition because it was really rare in Africa to have two ladies competing at the same wavelength. I remember the days when Nigeria had Tiwa Savage and Yemi Alade tried to put in competition, but Tiwa was different level. Tiwa was gonna hit register hits. I think no female artist in Africa has gonna hit register hits in this era than Tiwa Savage. For the last 2 decades, Tiwa Savage has been serving us with hits ever since we returned to Nigeria, I think in 2010, to obviously do All Get Signed to Don Jazzy. Is it Kere 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 Love? You remember that hit single that made her famous in Africa, understand? And the rest was history. She was gonna hit to feed us with hits after hits after hits, and that is the man himself that is the girl herself known as Tiwa Savage. And this era is really very competitive because as we are having Ayra Starr and Tyla leading the race, or at the apex of the female music business all over the world in Africa, all carrying the African flag high with Afrobeats and Amapiano. There are other youngsters that are really showing huge potential. One of those that I'm to mention goes by the names of King Maddie. King Maddie, 17 years of age. She has one of the biggest songs in Africa this year. It's known as American Love. It is really hugely streamed, and she's also one of those stars that are really the next big thing, And I tell you, in 1 or 2 years, she's gonna join the queue. She's gonna join the queue, and I think she's easily gonna find herself linked to the American music industry and the London and the European music industry, because her record label is based in the US and they know what to do. And all along, their job was to obviously connect the African artists to what we call or to the Western world. So that means he's gonna come in through and obviously put in a very huge shift in there. So that is it for the American Love hitmaker. I love the girl, and I know you guys love her. And she has a collaboration with Chloe, one of the artists that are really doing great down in the US America, and it's Vision remix. It's also doing great. She just went ahead to obviously have a remix of Dalila with Joshua Baraka and Simi. You can also go ahead and really stream a lot of it onto that channel. So guys, I'm just excited on how things are really moving on for the African side, because it has been so main driven. Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, Tekino, Rima, Adekune Gold, and very many others. The Say vibes are really coming in through. But even if you go back in the years, it was D'banj, P Square, Davido, Diamond Platnumz, even Don Jazzy, talk of Ice Prince, talk of Radiant Weasel from Kampala, Uganda, talk of Nameless, Jose Chameleon, Biebe Cool, East African Bashment Crew. You understand? When you go down to South Africa, Casper Nyovest, the Let's, Akawald, you can talk about very many artists, and few females have gonna hit obviously show up. But right now, we are having close to 4 or 5 female artists that are obviously performing and representing at the world stage. That excites me and takes me to where I believe I should be. And excitement is really killing me, because I know these artists, Ayra and Tyla, plus King Maddie, are really gonna take us places. Though, male artists are still there in plenty. Oh, I had even forgotten my girl Thames. Thames is also doing some good work. She's dropping her album very soon. Her listeners' party has gonna hit to sell out, and I tell you what, I'll be here to bring you the facts about that. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Ayra Starr surpassing Tyla on Spotify. What do you make about it? And do you think Tyla has a chance to obviously surpass this girl? Do you think she has a chance to surpass this girl? Because Sony will be like, all right, they've gone ahead to surpass us, and now let us look in for one of the biggest artists in the world who has some good number of listeners on Spotify and let her remix one of the songs on the album. You get? And it can really add close to 10 million listeners onto her Spotify. But I like the competition because it's really very, very, very giving. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later and cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Juma Karim. We out. Bye-bye. Afrobeats Gallery. Continue to subscribe. And let's see ourselves hit 100 subscribers before the end of this week. Bye-bye.